What's up, everybody? It's me, Robbie Bobby, from the Robbie Bobby Update. And man, do we have a special for you today. We're kind of joining the podcast with the update because, you know, with the update, it's all about music and rock and roll and events that's happening in the podcast. You know, it's more my political side of things. However, we're going to join it together today for a special guest, DJ Littlewolf. That's right. We're headed out to Stampedes right now to see what he's up to. You know it's Saturday, so make sure you get down here. Check him out with all the country line dancing tracks and everything. Now, we're going to do something real special right here. We're going to disappear, and then we're going to reappear down at Stampede, so we'll see you there. See you. All right, we're here at Stampede. We're going to go in, set up for the interview with DJ Littlewolf. We'll see you inside. Whoa, man, I tell you what, I hate when that transporter does not work. It does knock my shirt off, silly. But anyway, so DJ Littlewolf is down at Stampede. I'm back here somehow, transported back to the home studio, but we're going to get the interview done anyway. Why? Because with the, what do you call it, today's technology and modern magic, editing, basically. So we're going to be able to get the show on because the show must go on or something like that. So, DJ Littlewolf, you are down here on Wednesdays and Saturdays, correct?
Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays.
Oh, right on. And Fridays now. Awesome.
Yes, sir.
Right on. So, where did you get your DJ start? What made you want to be a DJ?
So, back about 5 or 6 years ago, St. Augustine used to have a club called Damiana's. It was up above Oddbirds. I was looking for an extra work, and I decided to start doing bouncing for them because I was hanging out at the bar every night. And a buddy of mine was DJing up there at the time, DJ Smiley, real good friend of mine. He's over out of Orlando. And I just, every weekend I was hanging out, and one day the owner looks at me, he's like, man, we really need a security guard up here. And I was like, well, hey, I'm here every day anyway. Why not, make it a thing? So he did. He said, all right, let's do it. So I did. So I started doing security for them every weekend, and I was hanging out, and I was watching the scene, and I really felt like comfortable being there. Like I liked being in the scene, watching people have fun and seeing like the way everything worked. And I kept going over to my buddy, and I'd hang out behind the booth, and I'd just watch the way he DJ'd. Yep. I started to build this like fascination for it, and he ended up being unable to continue doing his DJing here in town. So I was like, well, if you need a new DJ, let's go. So I started out with them for a little while. I DJ'd temporarily using my buddy's equipment, and then I finally I picked up a set of my own equipment. I started practicing thanks to a friend of mine back in the day. And from there, I actually got lucky. I transferred over to Centro back when Centro After Dark was real popular. And I was doing their show every Thursday night, and I'd fill in on Saturdays. And we were doing everything, hip hop and pop. Oh, absolutely. Dude, I love it. I still got pictures and videos. Like, that's the mother of my daughter. That's actually where I met her. And, the Centro is kind of a little bit of a home start for me here, because that's where most of the most important things in my life came from. My daughter came from it. My DJ career started because of it. There you go. And it's just been great. I love it.
So are you from St. Augustine?
So I'm not originally from St. Augustine. I was actually born in Maine, Lewiston, Maine. And then when I turned 3, my family up and moved to Florida. We bought a house over in Middleburg, Florida, and we lived there from the time that I was 3 to 11. But we used to come visit St. Augustine all the time.
Right on, right on. So how exactly did you get the gig here at Stampedes?
So the way that started was my buddy, DJ Voodoo, he actually was the original DJ here before me. He also goes by Jake Seville, Big Jake. He's a real cool kid. He needed a backup DJ temporarily, so he put in a good word for me. And Smitty called me one night at last minute, like an hour before the show even started. He's like, "I need a DJ. Will you do it?" I was like, I mean, look, dude. And I told him honestly, I'm like, I'm not sure this is gonna be a good show. Like, I don't know the scene. I've never been there. I don't know what they want me to play. Like, he's like, I get it. Just show up and do your thing. So I did, and I've been here ever since.
So have you done the country music type DJing before, or is that new for you as well?
So country music was actually completely new for me. Growing up as a kid, I listened to country. I was a real redneck boy back in the day. I by the time I started playing here, I already knew every song. I had them all memorized. And then, but when I started here, I had never DJ'd country music in my life. It was definitely a changing experience.
Like a whole new flavor, huh?
100%.
So what exactly is in the future for DJ Littlewolf? Are you wanting to do like house parties still, make CDs, videos, or what is in the future for what we might be able to expect?
So my plan for DJ Littlewolf is still what it was when I started. I want to make DJ Littlewolf into a full brand / company. I'm working to become a full-time social media influencer as well as a DJ. And what I want to do with that is I want to create a full branchable company. I want to make DJ Littlewolf and his brand into DJ Littlewolf Entertainment and be able to do all kinds of stuff. As far as myself, like I'll do any event. I'll go visit anyone, house parties, weddings. I'll do it all because I'm about people. I like to see people happy. I like to see people smile. And having this company makes it so that I can do that in a whole new form and fashion. I can be creative with it. I can wear costumes. I get on the mic. I put on my customer service voice, my entertainment voice, and I howl. And and my biggest plan is to eventually make my company into a fully running and functioning company so that the profits from that company I can start putting into non-for-profit stuff. Going towards helping like Autism Society, kids in the foster care system that don't have homes and don't get that. That's actually a whole nother different interview. That'd take all day.
Yeah, sure. We could touch on that on the next one. How about that?
I want to help the world. I started all this back just before COVID started because of all the craziness that started happening in the U.S. People rioting, people killing each other, people turned entirely in on themselves and started falling apart. And that was about the same time that I suffered from my brain damage and was trying to rebuild who I was. And my brain just kept looking at everything going, this isn't right. This isn't right. Like, this shouldn't be like this. Someone needs to do something. And it all clicked for me. And it went, you know what? No one's going to do anything. So be the one who does something. And that's what I've worked for ever since this, the brain being destroyed. It has its moments, that's for sure. But, yeah.
All right. Well, I know you got to get set up. It is Saturday night, and you got the party to get going, too. And I just want to thank you for letting us, WJRC, the Robbie Bobby Podcast, come in and see what goes on in DJ Littlewolf's world. And can't wait to do this again and see where you're going to take this. Let's call it a dynasty right now. And, again, thank you so much.
Thank you. That's great. I love it.
Yes.
Don't worry, he does great editing.
All right, so that was our first interview with DJ Littlewolf from Stampedes. And again, he's there on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays now. So don't forget to get down there. And again, always a good time with DJ Littlewolf. He's got so much going on with him right now. It's awesome. I know this young man's going to take off. Make sure to find him on Facebook. Follow his Facebook page so you can see what's going on. And again, stay tuned. I know we're going to have more. On this note, I want to get that damn transporter. Ah! Man, I got to get this transporter fixed. Psst.